Hello students, in this part we will discuss on pollination. Pollination. What is pollination? We know that male gamete and female gamete are produced in a flower in different places. So to fuse these gametes with each other, there is need to transfer the gametes from one place to another place. This transferring the gametes from one place to another place is known as pollination. Gametes, male gametes pollen grain transfer from anther and at the female gamete कहाँ तक stigma तक. This is called pollination. As we know that the gametes in flowers are produced in different places. To fuse these gametes, there is need to transfer from one place to another. This transferring of male gamete from anther to stigma is known as pollination. This, or you can say that, to transfer the pollen grains from anther to stigma is called pollination. To transfer the gametes means male gamete कहाँ से from anther to stigma. This transfer is known as pollination. On the basis of pollen and pollination, maximum the pollination is two types of pollination. Types of pollination. Two types. Self pollination or cross pollination. Self pollination next divided into two subgroups. One is autogamy and the second one is geitonogamy. Autogamy, transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma in same flower of same plant. Same flower, same plant. That is called autogamy. Means how you can define? Transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma in same flower of same plant. That is called autogamy. Suppose this is the plant in which there are many flowers are blooming. If the flower may be bisexual, then the pollen grains, transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma in the same plant and same flower. There is no flower can be changed. If the flower can be changed, then the process will also change. Transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma in same plant of same flower, that is called autogamy. अब ऑटोगेमी जो होती है उसके लिए कुछ एडाप्टेशन होती है. What are the adaptation characters of autogamy? Adaptation characters, or you can say that adaptation of autogamy. क्या कुछ फीचर्स होने चाहिए? जितने भी ऑटोगेमी होगी मतलब प्लांट्स जो हैं बाइसेक्सुअल होनी चाहिए. Bisexual flower. You also can see that dioecious flower or monoecious flower or hermaphrodite. or monoecious flower must be this type. Monoecious means male and female gametes both are present, male and female organs are present in the same flower. Those flowers are known as bisexual flower. Second one is homogamy. What is homogamy? If the flower is bisexual, it means it contains male and female organs, male and female gametes, and both the gametes mature at the same time. मेल गेमेट भी उसी समय मैच्योर हो, फीमेल गेमेट भी उसी समय, वो टाइम पीरियड जिसमें मेल और फीमेल गेमेट सेम टाइम पीरियड मैच्योर होते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड होमोगेमी. मैच्योरेशन टाइम पीरियड, मैच्योरेशन टाइम पीरियड ऑफ बोथ गेमेट्स is similar. If the male and female gametes both take place, both mature at the same time, that is called homogamy. And third one is clistogamous or clistogamy. Clistogamy, and you can see that clistogamous flower. What do you mean by clistogamous flower? The flowers in which male and female part both are attached with each other. जिस फ्लावर में मेल और फीमेल गेमेट्स एक दूसरे के साथ टच में हो, देयर इज नो नीड ऑफ एनी पोलन एजेंट. पोलन ग्रेन को ट्रांसफर करने के लिए किसी एजेंट की, विंड, वाटर, इंसेक्ट, किसी की जरूरत नहीं है. ऑटोमेटिकली मेल और फीमेल गेमेट आपस में फ्यूज हो जाते हैं. उस फ्लावर को क्या बोलते हैं? क्लिस्टोगेमस फ्लावर. द फ्लावर इन विच male or female gametes are closed. You also can say that attached with each other. Attached with each other. That is called clistogamous. For example, orchids, hypogaea. Flower of orchids hypogeas are clistogamous, in which male and female gametes both are closed, both are fused with each other. There is no need of any pollen agent. And one more type of flowers in which male and female gametes, male or female gametes are open, free from each other. Those are called chasmogamous. Chasmogamous. The flowers such as viola. Viola is also known as common pansy. Common pansy. Or commelina. Commelina. The flowers of commelina and viola, in which both the gametes, male and female, are free from each other, open, in which both the gametes are open, means free. They don't touch with each other. This type of arrangement is called chasmogamous. But adaptation may be clistogamous. There are few advantages of clistogamous and one disadvantages. So then you can write that disadvantages of clistogamous. First one is there is no need of any pollen, there is no need of any vector. There is no need of any vector. Means मेल गैमेट एंथर से पोलन ग्रेन कह सकते हैं, एंथर से स्टिग्मा तक किसी प्रकार के गैम वेक्टर के द्वारा ट्रांसफर नहीं होती. क्योंकि एंथर्स of any flower of male part is attached with the stigma of other female part, so there is no need of any vector. Number 2, This type of flowers may be without less amount of nectars or without nectars and don't fragrant. The flower produce less nectar और फ्रेग्रेंट, यानी इनमें खुशबू और मकरंद मतलब इनका जो नेक्टर है वो वेरी लेस अमाउंट में हो. दिस इज द एडवांटेजेस. सॉरी, these are the advantages of Christogamous. There is no need of any vectors and the flowers may be produce less amount of nectar as well as a fragrant. These are the advantages. Not, sorry, we have already written that disadvantage. No, these are the advantages. Disadvantages. It may cause less genetic variation which may occur inbreeding depression. Means सेम एक ही टाइप के अपने आप क्रॉस करते रहेंगे तो उसमें सिमिलरिटी ज़्यादा होंगी. If one is affected with any epidemic, then all the species may be affected. So this is the disadvantages of the Christogamous. Less genetic variation which may cause inbreeding depression. These are the characters or adaptation of autogamy. Only autogamy. What is autogamy? Transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma in same plant of same flower. That is called autogamy, and these are the adaptation. The next one is gytonogamy. Means suppose this is the pot in which a plant contained, and there are many flowers are present in this plant. If the transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma in another flower of same plant, there is no change of plant, but flower can be changed. That is called gytonogamy. Transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma, that is called gytonogamy. Transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma in same plant of another flower, that is called gytonogamy. And the next one is cross pollination. Cross pollination means two plants of same species are potted in different plants or different pot. Suppose these are the two plants which are potted in different pots and they contain flowers. If the transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma of other flower of other plant will change, flower will change. Species similar है. This process called cross pollination. Transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma in different flower of, or you can say that other flower of another plant. That is called cross pollination. We have studied about what is pollination, types of pollination, and such like as autogamy, same flower, same plant; gytonogamy, another flower of same plant; cross pollination, another flower of other plant; and what are the adaptation of autogamy. Next part we will discuss on what are the pollen agent, means the vectors which act as to transfer the pollen grain from anther to stigma. Those are called pollen agent. We will discuss in later part.